Well, hello there. Something odd has happened to the views on my channel. And it's not like I was ever like getting that many views necessarily. I've had a few videos in the past that have gotten a number of views. But very recently, maybe I made somebody angry, I'm not sure. But recently, the views on my videos have gone way, 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 way down. Almost as if it's like being completely blocked in the algorithm somehow. And I'm kind of, it has me wondering, like, what did I say that caused so many problems that is causing my channel to be suppressed or blocked? I haven't gotten any kind of emails or anything like that, but it's just weird. It's a little bit weird. I'm also not super good when it comes to technology, so maybe there's some other explanation regarding that. But I just wanted to hop on and share. I watched, so this political situation is really, I'm feeling a lot of the feelings, just it feels really intense. And a lot of people, I think, are feeling really a lot of different things. I am politically neutral, and so I'm not on one side or the other. I see it issue to issue to issue to issue. There are things that I agree with regarding the current administration, but there are also things that I disagree with regarding this administration. But also, like, friends and family, they're having vastly different, viewpoints. I would say of my conservative family, they've been more balanced as far as not being overly emotional with their opinions regarding their political views. So that's cool. I'm not dissing on anyone else. I'm just saying that there's been a lot of emotions on the left side, people who identify with that side. And it would be nice if we could all just find a way to come together and find common ground, put those really intense emotions aside when those disagreements arise. Oh, heavens. Watching the, do they call it the confirmation committee for RFK yesterday, watching little clips of the different senators. I watched maybe several different ones, and I was so dismayed to see that all of the Democratic senators that I watched were just off the rails with their questioning, their demeanor, their tone, talking over him, asking him questions, out of context questions, and then talking over him while he's trying to answer. It was absolutely wretched to watch that happening. It was, and then watching the Republican senators be respectful when they're asking their questions to him. Now, RFK he's the one link that those Democratic senators could have. He could be their one ally in that administration, and they're just stepping all over any chance of that. That was even Bernie Sanders. I was when Bernie Sanders was running for president. Was that 2016? I was all on board. I was in full support. I canvassed. Watching him over the years, back then he was more radical. He was more willing to stand up to the establishment at that time. But he seems to have acquiesced to them. And now he kind of is like, I wonder what's really going on in his head. But he's acquiesced more to that establishment aspect. And it leaves people like me in this kind of political space of not really fitting in anywhere, because the two sides are so, wow. But yeah, I was really disappointed. Tina Smith, my Minnesota senator, my home state, she was off the rails. It was horrendous watching that kind of demeanor out of somebody who's supposed to be in a high elected position. I was very disappointed. I didn't vote for Tina Smith in the local elections. I don't remember if I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember because we didn't have that many options. But I'm disappointed. I would have appreciated a more adult communication in that interaction. It was not. On her part, it was very immature. It did not paint the Democratic side in a positive way. Elizabeth Warren, she sounded psychotic. Her voice was shrill and boiling over with anger. These people are supposed to be the representation of maturity in our society. And it was not at all, that was not at all what I was seeing. Now, like I said, it was really disappointing because RFK that could be their ally in this administration. And the fact that they're not willing to even consider fostering that type of a connection, that possibility of that kind of alliance, shows me that this is not about the American people. This is not about compromise. It's about ego for them too, just like it is for Donald Trump. His ego is getting in the way of certain things at this time as well. But that representation, I have to say, was as bad, if not worse, than certain things that have been happening with the Trump administration. I am just hoping that these elected leaders will come to a point where we can have adult, balanced communication and stop making it about sides. Which sports team do you want? It's really sad. It makes me really sad. Robert Kennedy Jr. is the only reason why I have hope for this Trump administration, honestly. Maybe that's a bit hyperbolic for me to say that, but that's the one that politically is the most neutral and maybe even slightly more on the liberal side in some ways. So that's an important alliance, Democrats, that you guys have. That looks like that bridge has been burned. I mean, to me, he seems like I hope that maybe he would be willing to open up. But those senators were, oh my God, Tina Smith and Elizabeth Warren, that was not adult behavior. That was not how we behave as adults. And that's coming from me. Sometimes I behave inappropriately. I can see it. But that was, wow. You guys are on camera. We were seeing the questioning you were asking and how you were asking it and the way you were interrupting his answer. When you ask somebody a question and then you keep interrupting them the whole time, that makes you look like a freaking narcissist. So I'm not going to call Tina Smith and Elizabeth Warren that. See, Bernie Sanders was, of the Democratic senators, he was the most balanced, but he did pull some cheap shots. And we have to come together. We have to come together. We have to do this for our kids, for our earth, for each other. We have to stop with the extreme polarization and the extreme fighting. Yeah, I don't know. Have a look at that. Also, just to kind of close, I don't know what's going on with my YouTube algorithm. I hope that can maybe be resolved and my videos could maybe stop being limited. I don't know. If someone wants to help me, I do like the tags and everything. If somebody wants to, has any recommendations for me regarding that, because I was getting more views than I am now, and I don't know what it was specifically that I said, but perhaps there was something that I said that caused the algorithm to really tamp down on the sharing of my videos. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding the RFK confirmation committee, and Democrats, you guys got to pull it together. That was outrageous, absolutely horrendous. I'm very disappointed, very, very disappointed. And as somebody who is not a Republican, the Republicans have handled themselves better and in a more mature way than you guys have. Very sad to see. Do better. Like and subscribe, and have an amazing day. Bye for now.